Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Anthony Reed. This is episode 130 and the second episode of the Gorm story arc. This episode is brought to you by Nikki and patrons like them. If you are not a patron, head over to patreon.com/adventureinc and contribute today. We do all kinds of fun stuff for our patrons, and it's a great way to support the show. If you're getting value out of the show, consider kicking a little value back to us. And if you can't contribute financially, that we totally understand. We never want anyone to put themselves out. But you can head over to iTunes and give us a 5-star review, or whatever service you use to catch your podcasts. You can also like and share our posts on all various social medias, outlets, and platforms to whoever you have. The show gets spread by your word of mouth, so tell someone who might enjoy the show. Let's get started. Nobles and farmers, knights and wenches, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Keth, the fighter monk.
Guys, there's a lot of puppy in this cloak. I needed to say it.
What?
Genevera, the sorcerer.
Genevera, you're sitting there next to Clyde, who just goes, "What the fuck?"
I hold up my hand for a high five.
Gebetto, the rogue.
As soon as they see the five of you, their expression hardens.
Well, we'll see you later. And Gebetto just turns.
Gillick, the paladin warlock.
But you're dying again, right? Like, you die, then you get a spirit.
And you're nothing.
And then
you become nothing.
And then you're nothing. That sounds like bullshit. Let's go kill the Death Lord.
And Asher, the druid barbarian.
Yeah, but I'm asking specifically why Jeff is important to Asher.
It's just the first name. You know what? I don't have to justify this.
Let us recall what happened when we last left our heroes.
Find the Dark Wizard, the one known as Gorm Tintreach.
Yeah, we're kind of working on that.
He needs your help now, Gillick Erdrad.
Wait, you want me to help Gorm?
Find him and complete his plan. It is essential.
You recognize this voice as Redbridge is in the woods.
Shut the fuck up!
No way.
The orc armies are rising here, and they are incredibly well outfitted.
Prepare yourselves, for this is the tale of Adventure Incorporated.
Okay, first up is Gebetto.
Great. Can Gebetto see if one of those two dudes to the left looks leadery from where he is?
Negative.
Okay, not even with Keth's added fire lighting up the area?
Keth blew fire to the right,
Right.
so no.
Oh, so the light doesn't travel anywhere else?
It
It's
doesn't.
magical?
It doesn't penetrate that deep into the forest. No.
Okay. That's fine.
And in fact, it's blown out your dark vision. You're just, you can see less than you could before.
Dick.
Great. I turn and say, well, guys, this is fun, but I gotta run. And I run toward them, toward the people on the left in the dark that I know are there because Asher mentioned them.
Did I?
That's dubious, but okay.
Great.
Sure, you run off into the woods.
Perfect. Now that I'm 30 feet closer, can I tell anything about them?
Roll a perception check.
Great. 12.
You see two crossbows trained on you.
And the people holding those crossbows?
Are orcs.
And they don't look more leadery?
Not particularly.
Okay. 3, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we're missing one. Okay. Gebetto's going to try and hide in the darkness, even though he knows also orcs have dark vision, but he's going to try and hide anyway. Using that sweet, sweet stealth. 21?
20 what?
21.
Okay. Yeah, you sort of duck in behind a tree and sort of pull some brush around you to try and camouflage yourself.
Great. Yeah, he's gonna...
Is your mage hand still in the cart?
Oh, does it... Yeah, I guess it would be. Because it doesn't, like, follow me, right?
No.
Then I'm gonna use my cunning action to control my mage hand and move it closer to me.
Okay, and it
Just in
travels
case I need it.
15 feet?
It can move 20 feet.
20 feet. Okay, so it's about 10 feet away from you then.
Great.
Okay. Gillick, it's your turn.
So on the... Oh yeah, so you've been looking for the leadery dude. You said there's been no description of anyone that looks particularly leadery.
Correct. On the road in front of you, there are 3 guys. There are 4 guys up in the woods that Keth shot fire at. There are 2 guys out in the woods that Gebetto just charged. And
That's the guy I shot.
Right. Those are the guys in front of you. The guy you shot is in front of you.
Okay, so the guy I shot, I'm going to cast Hex on him, and then I'm going to shoot him again with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And he has disadvantage on dexterity checks. First attack. 16 to hit.
Hits.
He takes 14 points of damage.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it is.
4 necrotic, 10 force.
Okay.
And then second attack, natural 20.
That is crit, so roll your damage
Yay.
twice.
Blam.
Cool. Holy shit. 16 plus 14. 30.
Holy shit, that's a very powerful Eldritch Blast.
I was like, oh, I can do Hex with any attack. Okay. I thought it was just melee.
You fire off Eldritch Blast, it slams into him, and he looks like very hurt by it, and then the second one just fucking blows his head off.
Oh, that's how you use that.
And he just, like, the rest of his body just slumps over.
Cool.
Your Hex moves, correct?
It moves on my turn. I can move it as a bonus action.
Ah, okay.
I thought when you killed someone, can you not...
Uno momento por favor. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to curse a new creature. A remove curse is cast on the target spell ends early. But this is concentration if that anything happens, or yeah.
Sure. Okay, so yeah, you blow his head off. The other 2 look like, oh shit, like they feel like maybe they walked into something they weren't expecting. You guys hear a voice from up in the woods to the right, behind the group of 4. Oh hell, this has gone to shit. And then he says, "Attack pattern 2." The guys,
Electric Boogaloo.
Where did this come from?
the 2 up to the right,
Okay.
behind the 4 that Keth attacked. One of the guys to the left is like, "Hey, where'd he go?" The other one's like, "I think I see him," and he takes a shot at you, Gebetto.
I figured.
You feel it sort of thunk into the wood behind you. Into the tree.
I don't react.
Cool.
Great.
Because he only
Alright.
thinks I went over there. I am counting on him not discovering that I am there.
The 4 orcs to the right start charging toward the road. The flames have sort of sprung up between Keth and them, so they're sort of avoiding that and moving toward the road instead. When they hit the road, they form like ranks with the 2 swordsmen in front and the 2 crossbowmen behind. The 2 crossbowmen take shots at one at Gillick and one at Genevera. Neither of them hit. Next up is Asher.
sorry.
Have the 3 in front of us had their turn yet, or did they just roll low?
They rolled low.
Okay. I don't want to miss it because I always forget that Vitriolic Sphere does another
Yeah, they're
round of damage.
They're after Asher before you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just didn't want to make sure the orcs weren't all rolled into
Cool.
one.
Yeah, because if they started their turn there in that flame, they would have taken stuff. In the moonbeam, I was thinking of. Sorry. Because I'm still in the cart with Genevera, I say, I don't see the guy, but I think he's to the right. I'm going to go try and find him. And I change into an owl and go fly into the woods.
Who?
And
Yeah, that was a real hoot.
and I go fly. Owls are fucking fast as shit. The flies 60 feet, and it has dark vision 120 feet. And it also flyby does not provoke attack of opportunities.
Yeah, so you fly off into the woods. You sort of go over the fire, duck down to where the group of orcs were, and up behind them you do see an orc in sort of heavier metal armor.
Hell yeah!
It's painted red, and he seems to be like digging around in his satchel for something.
Great. I can't. Fuck. So I use my bonus action to do that. I have to use an action to turn out of. Yeah, fuck it. I fly at him and
Suddenly a force field.
well, that's possible. I fly at him and use my action to unwild change and check him with my shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a strength check.
Hell yeah. All while rage. No. It takes a lot. My strength check is 15 plus 2, 17.
Yeah, so you transform back into Asher.
Lose some inertia.
You lose some inertia, but he is much larger than you. And he's in this big, heavy armor.
Yeah.
You do still manage to, when you slam your shoulder into him, you do manage to get him to stumble back.
Good.
He does not fall off of his feet. And you take...
Oh, damn it.
12 damage.
Great. Worth it.
Quick, make an acrobatics check to land cool.
Okay, I do that.
I'm fine with that.
11.
You don't land that cool.
Great, but I land...
Yeah, after you slam your shoulder into him, he stumbles back and you stumble back. And you're just like...
Great. And you said I took 12 damage?
You did, yeah. From slamming into a hard metal object at the end of your...
shoulder. Hell yeah. Well, I don't know karate, so it wouldn't be in character. Just do a flying kick, but I wanted to so bad.
Yes. No.
Okay.
Okay, so the guys in the center... Oh, so also make a concentration check.
Me? Oh, because I took damage. Right. At advantage. So it would be 16.
So that passes, because
Yeah.
you took 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then when those guys start, or whoever's left in that cone, when they start their turn, take damage.
All three of them are there, so they start their turn.
All of them are now in the moonbeam?
No, the two that were there
Word.
are still there.
Make con checks, yo. DC 16.
They both pass.
Okay.
And Jennifer,
15 points for the half orc.
Just for the half orc?
Yep.
Okay.
And then 23, so it'll be 11 damage of radiant.
Okay. So the moonbeam blasts him with energy, and he's still burning from the acid, and he just... Oh, wait.
No, one of them
wait.
had
The
his
half
head
orc's
blown
dead.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, the half orc's dead. So he was the one that was targeted by the vitriolic sphere. He was one of the ones in the moonbeam. So only one of the guys takes moonbeam damage, and there's no one covered in acid.
I thought...
Oh,
that's a bummer. Wow. He would be so dead right now, though.
He'd be dead again. He'd be re-dead.
It's a reference to Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Sort of.
And the universe. That's their zombies.
I mean, I wasn't really making a reference. I was just saying he'd be dead again.
Sure.
So, the two that are down there draw weapons. They each have longswords. And they actually go to strike at the horses.
No!
Bunch of dicks.
Bunch of dick.
One of them succeeds,
No!
cutting the reins of the horse free
phew.
and pulling the animal out. He's dragging Posey away from the cart. Posey's fighting, but it's the orc is strong, so it's pulling Posey out from the yoke.
This is tragic.
Genevera, it's your turn.
Okay. What is the yoke made of? Is it leather?
Mostly
it's-
protein.
Or is it like
Albumin.
rope?
Water.
Yeah, it's I mean wood, and then I guess the reins are leather.
Okay. Is the yoke... So, Posey is attached to this orc by what material?
Oh, leather.
And
Leather.
wood,
No,
or
no,
leather?
just leather.
Okay. Does leather burn out? Acid could melt leather, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Also horse flesh.
I am going to be very specific.
Right. Leather is cowhide, not horse flesh.
Yes, but both burn from acid.
Correct.
Okay. I am going to... Yeah, okay. So I am going to cast just acid splash, just like a real simple acid splash on like the hand of the orc, like its hand that's holding the reins, and that's going to be the back of the back of the bubble. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast it at 2nd level.
Okay, so you make an
Oh no, wait, no, that's just... Yeah.
So you make an attack?
It's a dex save.
God damn it, Mike. It fails its dex save.
Okay.
Violet does.
So it takes 13... Oh no, wait, 17 damage.
Okay.
And the goal was for it to be to free the horse.
Yeah, the acid sort of splashes over the reins and begins to hiss, weakening the straps.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean, it takes time to eat through. It doesn't do it instantly.
Okay.
Is that your turn? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
It's fine.
I just wanted to free the horse.
Great.
Well, I figure we're also waiting for, like, the big bads, right? Like, I know we're fighting two orcs, but one of them's running away with our pony, so...
Asher.
Yeah.
In front of you, a spear comes flying through the woods.
What?
It lands at the feet of the orc. Like, into the soft ground.
Well?
He turns to look confused. And you see Redbridge about 35 feet away.
Yay! Woo!
But she missed.
Oh, well, fuck. It was very dramatic, though. It was very cinematic, to be real.
Keth, it's your turn.
Hooray. Did Keth see Asher change and then fly away?
I'm, like, behind a lot of fire and stuff.
Yes.
Okay. He's going to sprint into the woods where Asher went.
So there's fire between you and him. He went over the fire.
Because I can fly.
That's fine. I'll jump over.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Hold on. Yeah, I'll spend a point of key to take Step of the Wind to jump over it. Double my jump distance.
Oh, that's dope.
Okay. Still make a Constitution saving throw.
18.
Okay. So you leap in. You go far back into the flame. You feel sort of the heat licking at you, and you take a second jump and leap out and land on the other side. So you've leapt the 15 feet. Now you can charge the rest of the way forward to meet up with Asher.
Okay. I'm gonna charge until I find them. Do I reach them?
You do, yeah, because of the boots.
All right. I'll run and tackle the orc leader.
Make a strength check.
15.
You run and, you lower your center of gravity. You sort of try to get low on him to take him out at his midsection. You wrap yourself around him when you reach him and push with all of your might, and he does not move.
I'm just hugging him.
Yep.
You went in
just
for
ran
a deep
full
hug.
speed for a big hug.
All right. I want to headbutt him.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
20 to hit.
That hits.
Seven damage.
Okay.
So I've spent a point of key. That was unarmed attack. I'll do another unarmed attack.
Okay.
19 to hit.
That hits.
And 8 damage.
What are you doing?
I'll elbow him in the side of the head.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Gebetto, it's your turn.
Great. Gebetto, is he able to distinguish between the two guards who, one knows where he is and one doesn't?
Yeah, the orc that's to your left has no idea where you are. The orc to your right has an idea.
Okay, great. He's going to sneak over to the one on the left and try to catch him off guard and steal his crossbow.
Roll a stealth check.
Great.
This rules.
26.
Yeah.
Feisty.
Okay, now roll a sleight of hand.
Great. I get advantage on those. Oh, thank God.
Parallel universe. How bad did he fail?
Parallel universe me still had a 17.
Ooh.
But current universe me has a 30.
Okay. So you silently slip through the woods, moving from tree to tree. You pop up. He says, I don't see him. And then you grab the crossbow from beside him, pull it out of his hands quickly. He goes, what? And you now have one action with a fully loaded crossbow at point blank range. Go ahead and make an attack.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to turn and shoot the other one.
Okay.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's fine.
You don't get any. Oh my god, that's so fucking dope.
I assume Am I proficient with a crossbow? Is it a regular crossbow or a heavy
No,
crossbow?
it's a heheavy crossbow. It's way
Fuck.
too big for you.
Great.
Oh, please get launched backwards when you shoot it.
So
That's not how.
It's a 20 to hit then, because you would add
Hell
your
yeah.
dex and the roll, and no proficiency bonus, right?
Yeah, it still hits.
So yeah, 20 to hit.
That's not how physics works, Josh. That's not.
But I do love it so much, and I really want that to be what actually happens.
So roll your damage. Roll a d10 for damage.
Holy shit. I definitely want that to happen, so I'm out of there. Do I add my dex mod to that or no?
You do.
Okay, great. 11 damage.
Okay. And then make a strength saving throw.
Okay. This will be great. 8.
You are launched backwards.
Hey.
Hooray!
You sort of like, you take the crossbow, the guy gets like, what? You swing it around, you prop it against yourself, and you pull the trigger, and it just like, the bolt goes flying, you go flying, the bolt sinks into the guy who lets out a scream. You go like tumbling into the brush.
I don't say anything.
Make another stealth check.
This one is less good. 13.
Okay. You don't feel particularly well hidden in this spot.
Sure. Do I must have movement left, right?
You'll have to stand up. You're prone.
Okay. Fuck all. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stand and try and run behind a tree, I guess.
You stand, but something is sort of pulling you off balance. You do manage to tuck yourself behind a tree, but there is a humming and a thrumming coming from your side.
Yay.
Suddenly there is a burst of energy.
Oh, right. I was like, wait, what?
What?
Oh, no.
You explode. Geppetto explodes.
Right.
You're dead. Your character is
It's a
dead.
bomb. You had a bomb in your pocket all along. I never told you.
The secret thing that I couldn't use was actually in Geppetto's pocket.
The whole
And
time.
it was a bomb.
Wait, what?
And it was a bomb.
So this...
Better secret.
Why did I do this? This is so bad.
What, his ability or his thing?
This is so bad. This was a bad choice.
Did you not fix it?
You chose.
No,
poorly.
it's just very powerful. So at level 2, your weapon goes up to +2 attack.
Cool.
The blade now crackles with electric energy that just runs up and down the blade. Your damage is 1d8 piercing plus 1d6 lightning. When you kill an enemy, all other enemies within 5 feet must roll a dex save or take 2d6 lightning damage or become stunned. That's still a thing. But also, when you sneak attack with this weapon, increase the size of the damage die of your sneak attack by 1.
That's disgusting.
Wait. Increase the...
So, like, instead of a D6, he would use a D7?
A D8.
That's
dope.
Jesus.
That's
okay.
Nasty.
So
that's
nuclear.
Better than just giving him
So
an
I
extra
do-
dice. That's so good.
So I do 6d8 piercing and 1d6 lightning when I hit with sneak attack?
Oh my god.
Yep.
This is
He's
level
very
2.
broken.
That's the level 2 of the weapon, yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
Congrats, buddy.
It's gross. It's gross.
Sorry, Anthony, that you did this.
Yeah, you made it.
Hey, man,
well,
you
looks like I just have to give you guys some really powerful creatures to fight.
That's fine.
I don't have that many d8s.
I have some for you.
That's not my problem.
Okay. I guess that's the end of my turn, right?
Yes. That is the end of your turn. Next up is Gillick.
Who is the next most injured looking orc near my vicinity?
One of the ones down in the to the right, down in the middle, is pretty injured.
All right, I'll move whatever space is required for me to get close enough to him. Hex, and then disadvantage on dex saves, and then as a bonus action, and then I will Eldritch Blast him.
Okay, so you don't even have to move. You're still in the cart, just firing these Eldritch
okay, cool.
Blasts down.
Oh, sure.
Also, the energy from before you make your attacks, the energy from Gebetto's blade, like, sort of explodes out when it upgrades, and it all sort of coalesces in that runic control rod that you guys have.
Oh.
In Gebetto's pocket.
In Gebetto's pocket.
Right.
With that 5th energy update into that control rod, a beam blasts out of your pocket, Gebetto. It fires through the woods and slams into Gillick's hammer.
He gets empowered with being the last one.
He gets last one powers.
Hey, I'd rather be the last man standing.
That's fair.
So,
Then
your weapon upgrades to level 2 as well. It deals. It's a +2 attack now. It does 1d8 plus 1d8 bludgeoning plus 1d6 fire. And when you kill an enemy, all other enemies within 5 feet must roll a dex save or take 2d6 fire and be knocked back. And once per day you may cast Cure Wounds, and once per day you may cast Unseen Servant. These do not count against your
That's fun.
spell slots.
Weird. Okay, Cure Wounds and Unseen Servant. Okay, that is super fun. Attack +2, 1d8 bludgeoning, 1d6 fire. All right, super exciting. I'm gonna look up Unseen Servant.
Also, I feel like you should have a check mark where it says "Bring back a player from the brink of death," considering I was dead and am no longer. So I feel like he gets that one.
It doesn't matter. It's all done.
I know, but I just want to make that clear that I support Gillick.
Brink of death. It meant, and I'm sure he's done it anyway, but I meant, like, heal someone who is at less than 0 hit points.
I gotcha.
And then is making death saves.
Yeah, that was the thing. I can't remember a time when that happened, like where someone was really close to death.
I
player
have
character.
done that.
You actually died.
No, but I mean, I've healed people who were unconscious. Like multiple
But
times.
it doesn't matter because it's all done now.
Okay, I just want to say.
All right, great.
I support you, Gillick. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you. I appreciate
You're welcome.
that.
Okay. So now it is your turn, Gillick. If that changes your decision, your weapon has upgraded, and it now seems to that fire that was in the center of it now seems to just crackle along the entirety of the bone hammer.
Bone hammer.
Oh, cool. So it's got swirly fire coming in and around it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. No, I'm still gonna. Well, yeah, that's true. All right, so. All right, so I'll keep the guy hexed. How far is he? Close enough where I could run up to him?
Yeah, you could jump out of the cart and run over.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go smash his face. Yeah. First attack. My goodness. 1d6. Okay. 16 to hit.
16 is not good enough.
Oh, curses. Can I make a second attack?
Okay.
15 to hit.
Also not good enough.
What?
Surprise. Yeah, so you run forward and start to swing. He knocks your sword away with the long sword.
It's so easy to see now.
You're right, it's a big glowy hammer stick.
And he's sort of standing between you and the other guy who's leading Posey away.
Oh, that jerk.
Okay, so the two up to the left take shots at Gebetto.
Wait, I was trying to trick the other guy into thinking that his friend shot him.
You were not stealthy enough for that. He didn't think that.
Oh. But I didn't say a word.
Instead, you went flying through the woods. And then they both saw where you were. So actually, yeah, one of the guys, he's still recovering his crossbow and reloading it. The other guy does take a shot at you, though. And he hits.
Rude. That's bullshit. I'm behind a tree. Did you give me partial cover?
Yes.
Damn.
He rolled very well. You take 11 points of damage.
I don't want to. That's a lot.
The leader, who's squaring off with Keth, goes to make some unarmed attacks against you, Keth. First, he knees you in the gut. For 4 damage. And then he tries to, throw you to the ground. So make a strength check.
All right. 7.
You guys have the weakest struggle ever. But he manages to barely overpower you. Then push you to the ground.
The classic orc slap fight.
Hey, buddy.
And then he begins rooting around in his pocket again. Or in his satchel.
Gross.
And he pulls out a fist-sized blue gemstone.
Cool.
The 4 who were sort of moving, that were on the right, move down the road in their formation. They pass by the guy with Posey, and he sort of joins up the rank with Posey behind him. So he lets go of the reins, but Posey is separated from the group by this rank of 3 swordsmen in the front and 2 archers in the back. The archers take shots again. 1 at Asher, 1 at Genevera.
He's shooting in the woods.
Oh, you're not there. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. 1 at Gillick, 1 at Genevera.
One turns around and goes.
Both miss. But they're moving closer to you guys, so probably next round they'll be right up next
So
to you.
next time they won't miss.
They might still miss, but they'll be able to make attacks with their swords also.
Cool.
Asher, it's your turn.
I see him. You said he's in full metal armor? Full plate?
He is.
Metal gauntlets?
Sure.
Cool. I cast heat metal on his gauntlets.
Yeah.
Okay. So he go ahead and tell me again how that works with armor.
If a creature is holding or wearing an object, he must succeed a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if he can. If he doesn't drop the object, we'll have disadvantage on attack rolls, but he cannot drop his gauntlets unless he tries to take them off, basically. So he has to make a Constitution saving throw to continue the hold of the thing that he's holding, which should be DC 16.
He succeeds.
Oh, fuck off. Also Moonbeam goes away. And I'm casting this at 3rd level, so he takes 2d8 fire damage. Or 3d8, sorry. $17 damage.
Okay. Next up, are you done, Asher?
Yes. And yeah, that's it.
The other swordsman tries to cut Violet out of the reins as well. But Evan actually hops down onto Violet's back from the front and smashes the guy in the face with his crutch.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Genevera, it's your turn.
I cast telekinesis on the bluestone.
You can't see it. It's in the woods.
It's very far away.
Oh.
It's on the other side of some fire from you, and then woods.
Damn it. Alright, I kill the orcs that are still here.
Just do it.
So there's one orc that just got smashed by Evan in front of you, and then there's a sort of a regiment coming down the road behind him.
The 4 of them.
Of the 5 of them, because they scooped up that other orc.
Oh, okay.
So they're making their way towards you.
Great.
Blast them, baby.
So, yeah. So I am going to cast Fireball on that whole group.
Okay. And Fireball's radius is what?
20 feet, I think.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely hit the whole group.
Yeah. Yeah, 20 feet.
I have 2 successes.
$32.
Okay, yeah. You blast off a fireball. It blows up. It deals a good chunk of damage. One of the guys looks pretty hurt, but the rest of them seem to have taken it pretty well. Anything else this turn?
Yeah, I'm going to move closer to the woods.
Okay.
Not out of, well, my range is 100 feet anyway, so I'm just going to move kind of towards where Asher.
So you're also moving towards that group if you do that.
Great.
Okay.
That's fine.
So yeah, you hop down out of the cart and move toward the edge of the woods. It's Redbridge. She takes having missed her spear, she sort of swears and then pulls out a.
She sort of swears.
Pulls out her axes. Her axes.
It's not a big swear. It's just a little swear. Yeah, she pulls out her axes and starts flinging them.
Gemstone! I yell. As like you do when you see someone about to get fall, but you don't have enough time, so you're just ah.
The first axe she throws flies off and slams into the back of the captain.
Nice. Dealing how much damage?
8 damage. So where is he? Right there. The second one hits Keth. Keth, you can try to catch it if you want. It is a projectile.
Yeah, I'd like to.
You have to spend a point of key, though.
That would be
Doing it.
Doing it.
And use it to hit the sapphire thingy, the stone.
1d10 plus my dex plus monk level, so I'll roll that. 5 plus. So 15 is what I rolled. If I reduce it to 0, I can catch it.
You do.
Nice. And then I'll slam it into the face of the captain.
Okay.
Actually, can I slam it into the hand? Like, try and chop off his hand that's holding the thing?
Sure, make an attack roll.
Alright. 13.
Yeah, you bring it down on his hand, and it just bounces off his metal bracer.
Okay.
Keth, it is your turn.
I drop the axe, snap the quarterstaff in two, and take one shot at the hand again. I'm trying to smack it out.
Okay.
Fucking 13.
Not enough. Yeah, you just clang off the metal.
Alright. Then I'm gonna just smack the other one right in his face. 18 to hit.
That one hits.
Nice. I'll use a gauntlet. Really good hits. $13 damage.
I like how Keth has also given up on the bit, but not enough to actually stop doing it.
And I'll spend another... Actually, I get one more attack. Hooray!
Okay. What are you doing with this one?
29 to hit. I was going to hit him with the Redeemer.
Okay. Yep. So roll your damage.
Use a gauntlet again. 14 damage.
Yeah, okay. So you take the Redeemer, you try to knock it out of his hand, it doesn't work, so then you just crack him twice across the face with the Redeemers. He seems to be getting increasingly pissed off.
As an ability of my weapon, can I take an extra bonus action to try and grapple, like try and take it from his hands?
Stand by.
Because I get three attacks with just monk and such.
Yeah. So you can get a second bonus action. To what are you trying to do?
Just try and rip it from his hands.
Yeah. So make a strength check.
$23.
Okay. You grab onto this stone and tear it from his hand.
Yes!
But you do
I got it.
You do take some.
I also like the visual of you being like, dink, dink, give me this.
You do take damage from the gauntlet. So, what's the damage on the gauntlet?
3d8, because it's a third
So,
spell. Hot potato.
roll the 3d8.
Hot potato. Cold spaghetti.
Not you, Keth. Asher.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Keth. I'm so sorry. 18 damage.
Hashtag worth
8,
it.
8, and 2.
Okay.
Dope.
Gebetto, it's your turn.
Great. Let's see. So Gebetto's gonna run out in an arc from behind the tree, and try and use the brush as cover to hide, and then sneak back around to hit the guy that he shot.
Make a stealth check.
Great. Nat 20,
Hell
baby.
yeah.
So 29. 29 stealth check.
Okay. Yep, you sneak around. They seem to be reloading and aiming at the spot you were in before when you got
Sure.
launched back.
I am going to surprise him with my swishy.
Okay, the all-seeing blade finds its.
That's right. Oh yeah. Whoops. I meant the all-seeing blade. 29 to hit.
Hits.
Great. And that does 10, 26, 36, 41 damage?
Yeah, you stab the all-seeing blade into his back. You pull the blade, and blood starts gushing from the wound. He seems to grab at he spins around on you fast, the blood draining from his face, and he's just looking at you horrified. But he's not dead.
Holy
These are
shit.
some badass orcs.
I mean, Geppetto says, holy shit! And then uses his, I guess, I can't use... Never mind, I don't do anything. Because I was thinking cunning action to disengage, but I used cunning action to hide.
Right.
So,
Right.
yep.
Okay. Yeah, you're a little. I think maybe you're just miffed that didn't kill him, so you weren't really expecting to have to hide.
Right. Yeah, so 52 he's taken.
Yep.
Jesus. God, why did I run out here on my own? This is such a bad idea.
Gillick, it's your turn.
When you hear orcs, you go, cannon fodder.
I mean, Geppetto said he'd never fought him before, so...
Now he knows.
Hey!
Gillick, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I was talking this whole time. Can I see where Geppetto is fighting this guy?
Yeah, I think he's probably making enough commotion out there that you know where they are.
He just yelled, "Holy shit!"
Right.
I'm assuming that this isn't good. Oh shit, but I got a guy in front of me, don't I?
Yeah, you're fighting a guy right now.
Also, the
right.
beam of energy came from the woods over there
Yeah.
to power up his weapon, so...
Something's attacking me! Shoot it!
Alright, so I'm gonna make I'll attack the guy in front of me. I forgot to say, I don't know if you still allow this. I'll cast it again if necessary, but the bonus action to put Hex on this guy. No, I said that, didn't I?
No, that's fine.
Alright.
Yeah, it's already on him.
Alright, cool. First attack. 14 to hit.
Not enough.
Second attack. Natural 20!
Hey, there's the Gillick we know and
I will
love.
burn
Miss,
Ace.
crit.
And then Gillick rolls minimal damage.
Right. So it is twice the attack, yes?
Yes.
Okay. That's bludgeoning. Necrotic, fire. Okay. So 9 bludgeoning, 6 fire, and then shift for necrotic. 4, 8, 9, 10 necrotic, and then.
And you rolled the damage
10.
dice twice. Okay.
Yeah, this is the second round. And then another 9 bludgeoning, another 6 fire, and then 18 necrotic.
So total 50-ish?
50-ish, yes.
That's fine. That's enough.
Excellent.
Yeah, you slam the hammer into him twice. No, just once. You go to swing at him.
Yes.
He bats it away. The second time, you just slam it right into his chest.
40. 58.
58. Okay. You slam the hammer right into his chest, and you watch as that fire and necrotic energy just sort of fills him. And he sort of the impact of the hammer hits him, but that magic also just sort of shrivels him up as the hammer hits him, and he falls to the ground.
And then, if there are any other enemies, they must make a dexterity saving throw.
Within how far?
Within 5 feet.
Yeah, none within 5.
Curses. Does he still explode in a little bit of shadowy fire?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
And now you could run if you wanted out into the woods.
Yes, and I will keep my hex instead of using expeditious retreat. But I'm coming, Gebetto. I'm running.
Okay, you start making your way out there. So next up, the one who you just stabbed, Gebetto. He's like, "What the hell?" He throws down the crossbow and he draws a dagger on you.
And I look at him and I say, "If you don't run away, you're gonna fucking die."
Make a intimidation check.
All right. 7.
This very
He draws the dagger.
This very tiny man.
I think that's adequate. That tracks.
Right. I figured I should give it a chance, considering I just almost dealt 50 damage to him.
Sure. He draws the dagger and makes an attack at you.
Sure.
He hits.
I'm going to choose to evade.
So it's half damage?
Yeah.
So you take 5.
Great. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Uncanny dodge, not evade.
Sure. The one you made up. I remember now.
Right.
Called out.
Okay.
Let's not read the book.
The other one tries to fire his crossbow at you.
Sure.
That also hits. But only for 6 damage.
Great. What's 34 minus 6? 28? Great. I just don't want to get the math wrong. I'm sorry. We get so much... We're so good at math.
The captain tries to take his... he is pissed that you took his stone, Keth. So, first of all, he tries to slam you in the face with his fist. He misses. And now he tries to steal the stone back from you. Go ahead and make a strength check.
He's at disadvantage because of the heat metal.
Oh, good thing.
Oh,
Just
good.
so you know. Any skill checks, he has disadvantage. Skill checks and attacks, he has disadvantage.
At 23.
He would have beaten you.
No.
Heat metal.
But he didn't.
An incredibly good spell.
Yeah, he fumbles with his hands, screaming in pain.
Years.
What?
It's an incredibly good spell once every couple of years.
Yeah.
That's right.
When Anthony's like, he has heat metal prepared, I better have everyone be just strong with no armor.
All barbarian.
He fumbles with to try and get the stone from you, and he screams in pain. And then he tries one more time to kick you in the groin. But you easily knock his leg out of the way with your foot. You use some quick footwork, and you sort of use his momentum against him and push him out of the way.
Nice.
The group marches forward, and there's nobody there now but Genevera, I guess.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, no.
She's not even in the seat that she records in.
So the whole group advances on Genevera.
Uh-oh.
The two great swords...
Fireball.
The two great swords and the long sword go for melee attacks.
And they miss. They miss her because she's so powerful.
One of the great swords hits.
No!
No!
Uh-oh.
You're getting chopped in half.
Yeah.
For 11 damage.
Great.
The other greatsword and the other longsword do miss. The 2 crossbowmen fire off 2 more bolts at you, though.
Crossbowman.
They both miss. They are awful shots.
If not.
Well, they're also on fire, so...
They now have both horses up behind them. Oh, no, they don't. No, Evan saved a horse. Never mind. Disregard.
Yeah.
Evan saved a horse and prepped that guy to die. Asher, it's your turn.
Cool. Bonus action, I make him take heat metal damage. 11 damage. 11 fire damage.
Okay.
And let's see. I'm gonna go. Yeah, might as well just end this idiot. I'm gonna cast Blight on him.
Cool. Okay.
Fuck this asshole. I haven't cast that in a while. And now I have 2 4th level spells, so that's nice. He has to make a con saving throw. God, this is like the worst saving throws to make against orcs. But, so is a saving throw the same thing as an ability check, or no?
Negative.
Okay, so.
He succeeds.
Okay, well, he still takes 8d8 necrotic damage divided by 2.
Holy shit.
Divided by 2. And if he's undead or a construct, he has to tell me. Or if he's a magical plant, he has to tell me.
He's also not that.
I'm a magical plant. I'm sorry.
Ow, I'm compelled to do this.
Although he was planted there. He was planted there magically by me. So
okay, he has to tell me that.
Yeah, I planted him there magically.
This is a lot of dice to add up. And
Don't worry, I'll get your little shop reference in there, Steph.
okay.
I'll cut around it.
And that is only from the musical. They didn't. That song is not in the movie.
So he would have taken 41 damage, but in half with that.
So 20 damage.
20 damage. On top of the however much damage I had dealt earlier.
Yeah, you fill him with sort of this necrotic energy, and you watch as sort of blood starts to trickle from his eyes.
I'm making him cry, guys.
Cry blood.
Cry blood.
Those cry guys.
Cry guys.
Not like those shy guys.
And I start to venture back towards the group because I feel like we almost got this guy under control. No, I just stay there. That's fine.
Genevera, it's your turn.
It sounded like you said we almost got the sky.
The sky will be ours.
Okay. So what's a circle that I can hit
directly in
without
front of
hitting
you?
No, I know, but like without hitting the horse. Can I do that? Can I get them all without hitting the horse? I can also cast a meta magic.
Yeah, I think you would have to shape it to not hit the horse.
Okay, that's fine. I can do that. I just figured I'd check first.
Or you'd have to
All
hit
right,
yourself.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'll do Vitriolic Sphere.
So good.
So it's all dex saves.
Oh, right. I have 1 success.
Nice.
You looked at me so angry for a second.
17 because I got it mixed up.
I see.
This might be our most badass fight ever, where we're just incredibly competent at what we're doing. And we're just like, these guys are hard, and we're just like, like, we're gonna leave the sorcerer by herself, because she's got this. And she's kicking
rude,
ass. I'm
rude. 39. 39
Suddenly
points
Gorm
of damage.
appears.
I have some bones to pick with y'all.
We knew you had it.
We'll deal with that conversation at the end of this.
39.
Okay, yeah, the bubble of acid explodes. The guy who was in the center group who ran back, he's dead, just consumed by the acid. The others seem extraordinarily hurt. They are very, very injured.
Great.
Anything else?
Nope.
Redbridge charges forward with a second spear. She goes to try and slam it into the back of the orc. She misses, and she tries again. And is unsuccessful. She's having a real hard time with this guy.
She's gonna stick to the axes, man. That's her wheelhouse.
I mean, she almost hit me. I don't know.
She nearly did.
Keth, it's your turn.
All right, great. Keth's gonna tuck one of the Redeemers and take out the elemental sword.
Okay.
He's gonna click the frost button
Cold,
or the
yep.
cold
like a
button.
ball, like those colorful pens.
Exactly. I think we established that. I think that's canon. He'll swing with the Redeemer first.
Okay.
And natural 1.
Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
14.
Okay, you go to slam the Redeemer down on him. It actually just sort of like slips your grip and bounces off of him and is like swinging end over end through the air, and you catch it like up above you. And you almost make it look like you did it on purpose, but we all know the truth.
This guy's a wall, man.
That's awesome. Then I think I'll take a swing with the elemental sword.
Okay.
26 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, a long sword. Anybody know off the top of their head how much a long sword does damage?
D8.
1d8 slashing, 1d10 versatile.
So 1d8.
So D8, because you're not using it versatile.
Yeah, I know.
You know what that means?
No, not at all. That sounds cool, though.
You'd have to be using it with both your hands, and since you're using the Redeemer in one.
Oh, versatile. Alright, 7 damage of cold.
Okay.
Then I will do my third attack with the Redeemer. That
Okay.
I so awesomely caught. 14 to hit.
Not enough.
That's fine. Then I will... I'm gonna... Can I see Redbridge?
You can. So what did you do with the stone when you drew the weapon?
Sorry?
You had the stone in your hand.
Oh. I tuck it.
Where?
Put it in my pants.
Right, no, above the waist belt of his underwear, Anthony, so nobody sees it.
Great. Great.
The proper way to do.
So that he can still get to and from class.
He
Leave
can
him
go
alone.
up to the board without anyone wondering if he's gonna conjure any ancestral spirits. That's what it does, right?
Yep. My ancestors.
The stone. What are you guys talking about?
When I have it in my hand, does it feel weird at all?
Is this a normal stone? I don't know.
Feels real good.
Is my stone normal?
It's natural, Keth.
It's a little bit bigger than you're used to.
So, no, it actually does seem to crackle with energy. It beckons you to sort of combine with it in a way. You don't really know what that means, but you can feel like you could call the energy in this to sort of embody you.
Oh.
Man, I wish I knew that. No, Keth probably would want to do that. So, can he do that?
Yeah.
I mean, I've already made attacks and stuff, so yeah, that's...
So, you dealt 10 damage. I mean, we'll roll this back here. Because I think this is interesting and valid.
So, Keth has the artifact in his hand.
He's no longer tucking.
And... he feels this calling, and basically he's been thinking a lot about the Red God and basically almost praying to it in his own way during his meditations, and feels some sort of connection to this artifact. He gives into it.
Okay. Yeah, I think as soon as you sort of give yourself over to that, there is a moment sort of separate from this place. You are standing in this place, but long ago. There was no road here. It's just a forest. And there is another orc standing in front of you. He is sort of covered in all of these hanging bones, like skulls and arm bones, and just like bones that are just hanging off of his outfit in front of him. They sort of jangle against one another as he stands. A bone through his like his nose and through his ears, and in a couple in his forehead. And he's. I wouldn't say he's like bulky. He's sort of lean for an orc, but he is imposing in the figure that he's cutting in front of you. And he says, "You have called to me, my child."
I have. I require your assistance in battle.
You have come to Life Stalker, first of the Bone Shaman.
Very nice to meet you.
I can lend you of my arts, lend you of the Bone Shaman way.
Yeah.
This guy rules so hard.
I wish to know more and to have your strength flow through me.
You cannot handle my strength, child. You are not ready for the path that I can lay before you.
Don't tell me what I'm not ready for.
Oh, shit!
I like your fire, son. Young child. Heir of our people.
So what gifts will you give me right now?
In this place, in this time, I will grant you strength. I will allow you to do more than you could, but you are not yet of the Bone Shaman. There will be much to learn, much for us to speak on.
I can call upon you again?
When you are ready, we will speak.
Okay. We will.
So we're actually going to say those attacks you made did happen, but now you are sort of crackling with this blue energy that allows you to take 2 more attacks. So make 2 more attacks.
Holy shit.
I just yelled, Keth, you got this, buddy?
Yes!
Oh, man. That's so...
He's got that bone shaman
got that
power.
bone shaman voice.
25 to hit. And then let's
That-
just roll it.
That hits.
19 to hit.
Both hit.
Excellent. $23 damage.
Total? Or is
Yeah,
that just
total.
one attack?
That was both attacks. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you slam into him twice more with the Redeemer, and he sort of like looks afraid that you tapped into this energy. And he sort of like cowers back and puts a hand up.
A fiery hot hand.
Yeah, a fiery hot hand. But
Keth just says, "You are an embarrassment to the family. You are weak."
You're weak.
Fuck yeah.
You're weak and unworthy.
Okay. Gebetto, it's your turn.
It's fucking bad.
Let's see. Is Gillick close enough to us yet, or no?
I hope so.
Not on his stumpy little legs. He's still like 25 feet away.
Fuck off.
I'm stumping along. I'm coming.
I'm stumping
along.
Just
all right.
Stumping.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Burning Hands at level
More
2
forest fires.
on these two dudes in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really concerned about the forest fire
That's fine.
part.
Dex saving throws?
Yes, sir.
They both fail.
Excellent.
Thank you.
They will take 46 damage.
4 to 6 damage.
Oh, Jesus, that sucks. They take 9 damage. Because I rolled a 6 and 3 fucking 1s.
Woof.
The one in front of you is looking very hurt. He looks like if you'd done better, he'd be in trouble.
Great. Gebetto is going to disengage.
Okay.
And run 30 feet into the woods toward where he heard Gillick coming from.
So you actually run past Gillick.
Yeah, and I stand directly behind him.
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay.
Gillick, it's your
Gillick,
turn.
there's 2 guys out there.
I'm here. Where are they?
They're like straight where I came from. You see that
Okay.
gigantic forest fire?
Yeah.
They're in the middle of it.
Let's go. All right. Is it my
It
turn?
is.
Oh, awesome. Do I see either of these two dudes that Gebetto was fighting?
You do. You see them both.
Okay. I see them both. Excellent. You said one of them was looking significantly hurt?
Very.
All right. I will use my bonus action to put Hex on him.
Okay.
And then I will bash his face with my
You
hammer.
run to the full extent
bone
of your
hammer.
ability, and you reach him
Yes.
to bone him.
Yes, that's right. That's what I
hammer.
do.
Right. So you're right.
To
That's
the
much
full
better than bone him. I'm sorry.
That's
Right.
okay.
I mean, everyone knows what we're saying. to
To-
the best of my ability.
Go ahead and roll.
28 to hit.
Oh, sounds like he fucks him.
Jesus.
Yeah, you nailed that guy. Pounded him. Just pounded him hard.
just whack-a-mole him.
Is that a... Is that a
What is that? What is
I
that?
don't think that's a euphemism for fucking, Josh.
Bum, 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 bum. How do you guys have sex?
I went back to the hammer one.
Things have,
Go
things have
ahead.
changed in Massachusetts since I last visited.
Not really. Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. For fire. It was, holy shit. 12 bludgeoning. And oh good god. 15 plus 27 necrotic.
Yeah, he's dead. You hammered him real good.
I look the other guy right in the eye and go, "You're next."
Roll an intimidation check.
Perfect. Six.
You guys are the fucking worst at that.
We're so tough.
I think the
two
only
shortest.
the only way that happens, yeah, his voice cracks
You're
while
next.
he says,
Oh, damn.
"You're next."
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm so scary.
Anything else this turn, Gillick?
Nope, that was a bonus action. Oh wait, am I close enough to do a second attack? Because that was my first attack.
No. You're
No,
just barely not close enough.
All right, that's fair.
So he makes an attack at you with his crossbow, and he hits.
Am I in darkness? Am I in direct sunlight?
Not direct sunlight.
Okay, I have a +1 to my AC when I'm not in direct
He
sunlight.
still hits.
Does it still hit? Ah, damn it.
He deals you 8 damage.
Oh. Cool.
The captain. So, Keth, why don't you make an intimidation check for those comments you made?
They were pretty
They're pretty good.
They were.
Yeah.
Mediocrely intimidating. 15.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you know. He's practicing.
The captain drops to his knees and then sort of slumps in front of you with his arms out and up. He's working at trying to remove the gauntlets as he does this. He unhooks them and drops them at your feet, but then just sort of lays prone in front of you.
Keth says, as I said, weak. And then he brings up one of the Redeemers. Hey, can I attack?
Not yet. We'll get right there in a minute.
Okay.
So it's the beginning of their turn in the road. So do they take vitriolic sphere damage? Okay.
4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17.
They all die.
Like I said,
Got this.
weak.
Kev, go ahead and
Bear
make
doesn't say that.
go ahead and make your attack.
We knew you had this. You're the best. Holy crap.
What?
We said we knew you had this.
No, Anthony, me attack?
No, Keth.
Oh, Keth. Oh.
23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll double damage on that
Yeah.
because he's just laying there.
26 damage.
That's you rolled the damage twice.
Oh no, I just doubled it. $23 damage.
That's funny.
Because I assume I don't have my strength twice.
You don't. You're right.
Just, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You take the Redeemer. And you just smash it down into the back of his skull, cracking it open, and he falls at your feet dead.
That's how you redeem weakness.
You die.
Redbridge kind of looks at you,
Crackling all Super
like,
Saiyan.
horrified.
Keth like looks up and like sees her out of the corner of his eye, looks up like ready to attack, but doesn't. Just like he's just in like bloodlust right now.
Yeah, and actually that light that's sort of crackling on you just sort of leaks away. And then you are sort of back to just being you.
It's like all the air just kind of goes out of him, and he just like looks down, kind of falls to one knee, and is just breathing heavily. What the hell was that?
I think you channeled that stone.
Keth looks at the stone again and remembers like everything clearly from when he summoned and the meeting, and he just says like to himself, he's like, I did summon.
You can still feel that there's power in this stone. It is not beckoning to you directly like it was before. In the heat of the battle, there was like an emotion to it almost that isn't there now. It just seems, you can tell that there's still a lot of power like linking in this stone, but linked to this stone, but you can't feel it trying to pull on you.
He tucks it away and says, I better keep this safe.
Redbridge eyes you suspiciously as you do so.
So, these orcs, is that did we get them all? Do you know of any others in the area?
Asher's moving back towards Genevera as this is happening.
And Redbridge is just staring at you, Keth. Until you move, she's not moving. She says, they have not crossed over to this wood as heavily yet. Most of them are still in the wood to the northwest of here. They are making moves against Bradmont, and they are looking to take this forest as well to act as a point to flank them better. My fear is that if they can take these points to flank Bradmont, they can also easily flank Carapath.
There's so much going on, Redbridge, but if you can come up with kind of a targeted area that can slow them down, like a big hit that we can do, but otherwise I don't know what else we can do to slow these orcs, because there's just so many of them.
It is true that there are many. I think that a lot of their strength comes from those stones, the one you now carry. I think stripping them of those would be a powerful tool. If we could make them all inert somehow, or if we could find a way to get them. Other than that, the leadership of the army seems to be powerful. They seem to have a lot of sway over these orcs that I would not expect them to have. They if what Asher says is true about the druids, there is more of a concern there. The allies that they have. There are ways that we can weaken this army, but this army is coming. Make no mistake. Bradmont will be able to hold them off for a time, but I have seen them fight, and I don't think Bradmont is prepared for what they're bringing.
Do you think telling them, like, do you have information that you think that they would benefit from to prepare?
I don't think the King of Bradmont would have much. I don't think he'd be one for listening.
Well, if he was, hypothetically, because we kind of need to talk to all the kings.
I would tell him that he is underestimating this army, and that the tactics he's used in the past, building a wall and holding off the creatures at bay, it's not going to work. They will find a way through. They will find a way to tear his city apart.
Okay, yeah. He probably wouldn't want to hear that, but it would be... yeah, we can try and stress that.
Tell him about the stones. Tell him about the druids. Tell him about... that there are tactics at play here that are not common. These are not orcs as we know them. This is something altogether different. This is like facing an army with military precision, but a strength that we have not seen like this before. Not in men. Not in the greater races here.
No, definitely. I've never even heard of something like this.
I know that Paraneth faces its own challenges with the gnolls and the lizard folk, and the way that they fight wave after wave after wave is dangerous as well. But what these orcs are doing is something different. They have a limit to their numbers. There are many, but there is a limit. That it may not be so with the gnolls and the lizard folks.
Right. Well, let's head back to the wagon. and get everybody together.
After you.
Keth puts out his hands up. He's like, "Yeah, that's fine," and he walks towards the wagon.
You notice that Redbridge does not put down the spears that she recollected.
He notices, but he doesn't react or say anything about it. He just goes with it.
Okay, yeah, you guys head back down to the wagon where the rest of you all are gathered.
I'm trying to collect Posey and Violet, I assume.
So
Gillick and I are still fighting the last.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about him. Yeah, that's fine. I thought maybe Gillick, maybe you intimidated him away, but it just didn't happen. So he's gonna go ahead and take. No, he already did. So Gebetto, it's your turn.
Great. Gebetto's gonna run up to him. Is he within 5 feet of Gillick and I, or just me?
No, you're 30 feet away from him because you ran away.
Right.
Gillick is 10 feet away from him.
Oh, fuck all. Okay. Then Gebetto is going to move.
You could prepare an
and try
action.
I'm going to try and sneak up closer.
Roll a stealth check.
That is an 18.
Okay. Yeah, you sneak your way through the woods up behind him.
Great. So now am I within striking distance?
You are.
Perfect. I'm going to take the all-seeing blade and run him through. Hopefully. It is a 27 to hit.
That hits.
Great. I'm going to grab a fistful of d8s. And we do, let's see, 10, 28 damage.
Okay, yeah. He too, you stab up into him, he begins to bleed, but he turns on you.
The next one's going to be the end.
Roll intimidation.
Ooh. 17.
Okay. Great. Gillick, it's your turn. So, hold that thought, but it is Gillick's turn.
All right. So, Gillick's going to move up adjacent to Gebetto and in front of the what's-his-face, and uses the bonus action to put Hex on him, and then make an attack.
Okay.
A 12 to hit.
Not enough.
All right, second attack. An 18 to hit.
That hits.
All right.
Come on, Gillick. I told him it's going to be at the end.
Yep. I can't make a liar out of you. All right. Balls.
Gillick! Oh, okay. I thought you just rolled a fistful of ones, so I was like, no!
Oh, no. Nope, actually I rolled pretty well. So, 7 bludgeoning, 2 fire, and then 16, 21 necrotic.
He looks so hurt after you smashed into him, but he is still alive.
I told you were next.
You can see the fear in his eyes, Gebetto. As soon as you say that line, you see the fear in him. The hammer swishes over his head, and he looks scared as the swing back cracks him in the chest. He's barely able to keep it together. He disengages from both of you, and he bolts off through the woods.
I look at Gillick. Do we follow?
I mean, he's probably going to go tell his army buddies, right?
You're right. And Gebetto runs after him.
Can I like, are we still in is this still in combat?
Sure.
Okay, so whose turn is it?
It would be Gebetto's, who ran off after him.
Okay.
Gebetto, you do not catch up to him.
Okay, he has faster than 30 move?
He is... Yes.
Okay. Then, at the end of my move, how far away is he from
10
me?
feet from you. Do you... wait, do you just move 35 feet? Or just 30 feet?
I just moved 30 feet, yeah.
Then he's 40 feet away from you.
How? How does he have so many moves?
He moved very quickly. After he disengaged from you,
Yeah.
he ran.
Okay.
He disengaged. He disengaged similarly to how you might disengage,
Okay.
and then
Thanks.
then dashed.
Yeah, because when I heard disengage, I was like, oh, sweet. He used his action. I only have to use one thing.
Nope.
Then I'm going to use my cunning action to dash also.
Okay.
So now
So you're
I'm-
10 feet behind him.
Great. And then I cast Burning Hands at
Okay.
second level.
Okay.
This is the furthest thing that I have as I wave fire into the...
He succeeds. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. And he takes half, right?
Yep.
That's better this time. 21.
He's dead.
So half of that. Great.
He succeeds the save, but he still dies.
Great.
He just like jumps and flips out of the way of the fire and just lands like a smoldering dead body on the ground.
Hell yeah. I head back.
Nice catch.
And I'm like, yeah, like I got him.
Way to go. High five.
And then we
And that's
meet up
what we'll
with the
call it.
Yeah, what a cool session.
Hey adventurers, DM Anthony here again. I just want to remind you that there are lots of ways to support the show. Head on over to patreon.com/adventureinc. Tell your friends about the show. Rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Links and more can be found at adventureinc.podbean.com. Thanks everyone, we'll see you next week.